Swati Joshi. Has Rahul Gandhi's voter Adhikar Yatra literally turned into an abuse and Apmaan Yatra? Till yesterday we were talking about those known for abusing the people of Bihar canvassing with the Congress leader. Today from the INDI Alliance Yatra's platform, abusers were openly hurled at the Prime Minister. Now there is nothing new about the opposition parties attacking the PM and stooping to objectionable levels while doing so. But this time around, all lines have been crossed. Hate and aversion have reached a new low. Modi haters are not even sparing his dead mother. The men hurling abuses are from a crowd holding Congress flags. They are mouthing disgraceful slurs from a stage that has the images of Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi and Tejashwi Yadav. Naushad, a local Congress leader whose supporters were screaming these insults, has apologized now. But are their leaders apologetic? Far from it.
हमें भाषा की मर्यादा का सर्टिफिकेट बीजेपी से नहीं चाहिए। जिस देश का और जिस पार्टी का प्रधानमंत्री मंच से मंगलसूत्र और मुजरे की बात करता है, हमें उनसे भाषा की मर्यादा पे कोई सर्टिफिकेट नहीं चाहिए। जो प्रधानमंत्री नफरत फैलाता है अपने भाषणों से, वो पहले अपने भाषण सुधारे।
ये अनर्गल बातें हैं, ये ध्यान भटकाने वाली बातें कर रहे हैं। जो हमारे तीखे सवाल हैं उनका आप जवाब नहीं दे पाते, यहाँ वहाँ की बातें करते रहते हैं। हमारे डीएनए में किसी का अपमान करना नहीं लिखा।
But they are free to deduce the conclusion, and of course they create narrative and false narrative and they run it, and this is a false narrative they are trying to build up because they are biting the dust there in Bihar.
Well, naturally the BJP is now claiming that the silence of Rahul Gandhi and Tejashwi Yadav is tantamount to complicity. In fact, the Saffron Party is accusing the Congress top brass of encouraging such vicious below-the-belt diatribes when the social media think tank releases posters calling a three-time democratically elected Prime Minister of India a notorious thief without any proof, when the campaigner-in-chief exhorts crowd to call PM Modi chor, and when the marketing campaign has songs with vote chor as the chorus. What is the message that percolates to the ground-level worker? Can they really be blamed for thinking that savage attacks are stepping stones to their success and rise in the party ranks?
अंत में पूरे देश को पता लग जाएगा कि नरेंद्र मोदी वोट चोर, वोट चोर, गद्दी चोर, वोट चोर, वोट चोर, गद्दी चोर, वोट चोर, वोट चोर, गद्दी चोर, गद्दी चोर। ट्रंप ने आज कहा कि जब हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान का युद्ध हो रहा था, मैंने फोन उठाया और नरेंद्र मोदी से कहा कि सुन, ये जो तू कर रहा है इसको 24 घंटे के अंदर बंद कर। और नरेंद्र मोदी ने 24 घंटे में नहीं, 5 घंटे में सारा का सारा रोक दिया।
अगर भारतवर्ष में राजनीतिक गद्दी उनको नहीं मिलती है, वो दूसरों को कह रहे ना गद्दी छोड़, हम आके बैठेंगे। अगर राजनीतिक गद्दी उन्हें नहीं मिलती है तो वो कुछ दिनों के बाद उस व्यक्ति को जो लोकतांत्रिक रूप से चुन के आता है, मुझे कष्ट हो रहा है, उसे मां की गाली भी हम दे सकते हैं।
मैंने इससे पहले भी कहा था कि राहुल गांधी का दिमाग चोरी हो गया है, और जब दिमाग चोरी हो जाता है तो इस प्रकार की ओछी बातें लोग करते हैं। अब मुझे बताइए, आप राष्ट्रीय नेता कहलाते हो और इतनी ऊंची बात करते हो, आपको राष्ट्रीय नेता कहलाने का क्या अधिकार है? और मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है कि जब किसी का दिमाग चोरी हो जाता है तो उसको इग्नोर कर देना चाहिए।
Now that brings us to the legitimate question we are asking. Is Rahul Gandhi to be blamed for the abuse Modi culture? Let's open this up and go across to our guest.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 1, on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And tonight on the panel we have Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have columnist Suhail Seth joining us as well, along with advocate Supreme Court Ishkar Bhandari, Ravi Srivastav, political analyst, Advocate Nikhil Jain, political analyst, and Professor Subodh Kumar Mehta, national spokesperson of the RJD. So let me first go across to Advocate Nikhil Jain. Advocate Nikhil Jain, in 2017, Rahul Gandhi said that no matter what Narendra Modi says about us, we will not go beyond a certain point. And then come statements like Narendra Modi ko log danda marenge. And Rahul Gandhi this time crossed all lines when he said, ट्रंप ने फोन किया, बोला सुन तुझे मैं ये कह रहा हूं, तू ये कर, तू वो कर. It goes on to show how it's an absolute sham to say that we are operating a mohabbat ki dukaan in nafrat ka bazaar and then to speak such a language. So what, do you expect from the party cadre when the leader speaks this language?
Swati, first of all, let me respond to the video that you played where it was everything else was beeped. I'm assuming that the person involved was abusing the Prime Minister, and I thoroughly condemn it. But the fact of the matter is that neither of the leaders, either from the Congress or the RJD, were present on the stage. We don't even know if the people who heard these abuses, which is obviously objectionable and condemnable, whether they were actually from the Congress party or not, whether they were leaders or not, whether they're just ordinary workers. We don't know any of it. So far as Rahul Gandhi himself is concerned, so far as the leadership of the Congress and the leadership of the RJD is concerned, these leaders have always maintained that that line in politics where they've never abused the Prime Minister. Some of the comments that they've made may be seen as perhaps rude, perhaps impolite. But it's rather rich of the BJP to be talking about that. Let's not forget the Prime Minister himself.
No, hold on. Before jumping on to one second. Hold on. Now, one second. I am asking you questions. I am asking you questions about Rahul Gandhi, and I am asking you questions about Congress. 1 second, at least. See, you are so prepared that you wanted to jump from point A to point B, and point B is quickly start highlighting what the BJP has said. You can do that later, you'll get multiple opportunities. Just relax for a moment. Now you're saying, 1 second, allow me to finish my question. You said that the Congress party does not know individuals who were abusing the Prime Minister, that the Congress party does not know individuals who were part of the crowd. The Congress party, I am sure, identifies that Congress flags were being waved. I am sure the Congress party is aware and should be concerned that the event was organized by a Congress Neta, Mohammad Naushad, who, by the way, has apologized. But Rahul Gandhi has not. Tejashwi Yadav has not. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has not. Why not? Why don't you condemn this culture?
Can I now please respond?
Yes.
Can I now please?
Yes, go ahead.
No, I am going to condemn. No, listen, Swati, I am going to condemn anybody who abuses any politician, any public figure, or any individual for that matter. Be it from the Congress, BJP, RSS, I do not care. I will condemn anybody who's using abuses in public life. Now, you cannot expect the leader of a party to be, apologizing for every mistake that every worker does. Now, should I ask the Prime Minister to,
so perhaps that's the reason why statements like "Gande Nali ka Keeda," "Voti kar denge," "Dande se log isko marenge," they were overlooked because Rahul Gandhi cannot keep, because Rahul Gandhi and the High Command of the Congress Party cannot keep tab of all these statements that are made. That's a very convenient argument. कोई कुछ भी बोलता रहे, अरे हर चीज में थोड़ी ना राहुल गांधी बोलेंगे.
Swati, no. Swati, you're one of the fair anchors. Let me have my say. You cannot play a 10-minute package showing that the Congress had been abusing the Prime Minister or the BJP, but not allow me to point out when the BJP has done much worse.
That video is of the Congress Party. It's not a 10-minute package. No, it's not a 10-minute. 1 second. One second. You see, that, like I said, you are prepared to jump from point A to point B. Respond to what I asked you. Respond, go ahead.
I've already answered that.
What have you answered? Has Rahul Gandhi apologized?
Said that the person who did this is condemnable. This is condemnable.
I am talking about your leaders. By you, Advocate Jain, you know that when I say you, by that I mean have your leaders apologize. But let me go across to Pradeep Bhandari and then open this up for everyone else. Pradeep Bhandari, the reactions that have come in from the Congress is that हमें BJP से भाषा की मर्यादा का कोई certificate नहीं चाहिए, and BJP resorts to 1 second now, please, you've had your say, let others come in. And BJP practices the same culture, so stop lecturing us.
Well, Swati, it is extremely unfortunate that Honorable Prime Minister's late mother, who is no longer with us, has been abused by the Congress party, and neither Priyanka Vadra, neither Rahul Gandhi nor Sonia Gandhi has come out openly and condemned it. Because these are the individuals who appropriate this culture. Recall in 2019 Lok Sabha elections, it was Priyanka Vadra who was laughing with 6-year-old kids, where she provoked 6-year-old kids to abuse the Prime Minister, they themselves not realizing what they were doing. And when she realized that she was being recorded, she asked the individuals and those kids not to say it. So unfortunately, the issue is that the dynasts are not being able to digest that a poor man coming from an OBC community has become the Prime Minister for third consecutive time, and their entitlement and Samantwadi soch has been questioned. Now my charge here is this is not a one-off incident which has happened. I will reiterate 3 examples. When Subodh Khan Sai of the Congress party said Modi Hitler ki maut marega, the Congress party did not remove Subodh Khan Sai from the party. When Rahul Gandhi said himself that dande se mare jayenge, Rahul Gandhi himself did not remove him from the Congress party. Neither did Sonia Gandhi call his son and say that what you have done is wrong. Because Sonia Gandhi in the past and the Gandhi Vadra family in the past has used terms like khun ki dalali. So what is exactly happening? These are the same individuals who abused Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar and kept Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar on its feet because he came from a Dalit community and challenged Nehru. These are the same individuals who want a temple of Sonia Gandhi in Telangana. So what the Congress party is appropriating and Rahul Gandhi is appropriating,
but Pradeep,
there you challenge our throne.
The allegation is that the BJP cannot take the moral high ground on this issue because objectionable statements have been made by the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders as well.
Name us one example where we have used this abusive term, where the leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party has used this abusive term, and in an instance when it is done it, the Prime Minister and any leadership of the BJP has not condemned. Are you telling me, what did Mr. Biduri speak about Sonia Gandhi? What are you saying, Nikhil Jain? Shame on you that you are a Prime Minister's mother who is not with us. You are appropriating it. What he is trying to say is that the dynasts will go ahead and challenge the Prime Minister.
All right. Let me bring in Professor Subodh Kumar Mehta.
Dubey called a sitting member of parliament and leading member of parliament Nagarvadu. I don't even want to repeat these.
Okay, let me bring in Professor Subodh Kumar Mehta. Professor Mehta, the allegation is that this is nothing but desperation. When everything else fails, resort to the old tactics कि चलो मोदी को गाली देते हैं.
Swati ji, look, this is the 12th day of the, Vote Adhikar Yatra. In these 12 days, nothing has happened, and the people of Bihar were on the roads. Lakhs of people greeted Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi Prasad Yadav and India Alliance leader. Looking to the mammoth crowd on the ground, the BJP and some false narrative builders has picked one thread which is not linked to the India Alliance at all. There was another stage which that stage was made by those people. They are not a part and parcel of the India Alliance.
Is Mohammad Naushad lying? Is Mohammad Naushad lying? Shouldn't he have apologized? He should not have apologized. He should have also just put the blame on someone else. Mohammad Naushad, the Congress leader who organized, in fact, had the decency. He had the decency to say, I apologize.
He categorically has said the supporter is not of Mohammad Naushad. But if anyone has said something, he said, okay, we will apologize because we believe in the non-violent communicating skills.
So you're saying,
the BJP.
So you're saying the event is of the Congress RJD, flags of the Congress are being waved there, they are being raised there, but somehow BJP supporters infiltrated into the crowd and started abusing the Prime Minister.
The narrative is that there is nothing of this sort has happened. There is no
nothing has happened.
Member who is indulged in all these things. The 12th-day Yatra is very successful. After looking to the success of the Yatra, the false narrative is going.
False narrative. Suhail said the Yatra is so successful. The Yatra is so successful that according to Professor Mehta, BJP is riled up and BJP is now sending its people to go there and create a false narrative.
So I don't speak for either the BJP or the RJD or the Congress. As far as I'm concerned, abuse is abuse no matter who does it. And all political parties in this country have been guilty. I only want to make one distinction. Narendra Modi is no longer a politician alone. He also occupies the office of the... Tell this chap to keep quiet.
1 second.
You know, all these... this drama he can unfold later. Modi is the Prime Minister of India. So when you attack and abuse Narendra Modi, you also abuse the office of the Prime Minister. That, to my mind, should be avoided as far as possible. A. B. I believe that Rahul Gandhi comes from a family that has had enormous dignity in public life. I would find it hard to believe that a person of Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi's legacy or lineage would resort to this. But the problem is, Swati, that when leaders don't talk, no matter which political party, it is seen as sanction. And that is the tragedy of Indian politics today. If the Prime Minister, or let's forget the Prime Minister, let's say the head of the political party called BJP, or the head of the political party, in this case, Mr. Kharge, if they don't say something, it's automatically assumed that it has social and political sanction. That needs to be avoided. And the last point I will make is that where is civility gone? You know, this advocate gentleman, Mr. Jain, he talked about Parliament and all that. Look at where Parliament civility has gone. Over the years, it has completely been destroyed. You know, earlier we used to be alarmed if people said tu, ta, ye, wo. Today, it's a free-for-all. So the point that we need to make and the question that we need to ask is what will restore civility in public life? What will restore civility in public discourse? What examples are you setting for the youth of this country? Forget the youth in I don't care whether the guys are supporters of the RJD or the BJP or the Congress. There are young people today who will then have the wherewithal and the license to say, if this person can speak like that, so can I. Parliament is a sacred temple of democracy. The things that you say in Parliament, if they are not expunged, form part of historical record.
Right.
So I believe that the media, without taking political sides, should actually discuss the debasement of political discourse as an issue. And no matter who is guilty or who is not, comes later. But the fact is that all political parties have been doing this of late. And when I say of late, I would say the last 15, 20 years. You know, my view here is very simple. You cannot have the level of debasement, because if you use debasement as a tool of communication, and I don't know what that professor meant by non-violent communication. Communication by nature is non-violent, unless you use your tongue to slap someone. But point I'm making is, as long as you do not control this narrative, it is only going to get worse. And this gentleman, the lawyer, he said, oh, but the BJP is also doing it. Fair enough. Do we want to be competitive in abuse? No. It's not. If the BJP does it, the Congress should. Then what is the distinction? I mean, your logic is, oh, but the BJP started it, someone else did it. It's an erroneous argument. There is no argument or discussion on this. Any abuse, no matter who does it, who's involved in it, is condemnable.
Right.
And it must have condemnation from all political parties.
Right. And I think you made a very important point. First of all, it's not acceptable.
Shaking your head and making noise.
First of all, you're saying it's not acceptable. Second of all, there should be condemnation, or else it looks like sanction. It looks like endorsement. Advocate Jen, that's the exact question I was asking. In 2017, when Rahul Gandhi made that distinction, why did he himself cross the Lakshman Rekha now?
Can I now please respond without an interjection? First of all, I don't know what Mr. Seth heard of my statement. I never chose to not condemn this statement made by this person. Anybody abusing
you, I'm not interjecting.
This person, any
your
party,
statement was unheard.
And I'm not, Mr. Seth, I did not interject. Mr. Seth, I did not interject. Mr. Seth,
in the debate.
All right. All right.
Oh, please tell me. I'm all ears, my friend.
Can I respond without an interjection?
Yes, Nikhil, please go ahead.
Can I please respond without an interjection?
Yes, Nikhil, go ahead.
Yes. I never tried to compare. I am not intending to say that if the BJP does it, it is kosher for the Congress to do it. No. Whether the BJP does it or not, the Congress should not be doing it. The Congress is a party that has a certain legacy, that has a certain sensibility when it comes to public life, right? I was saying that what the BJP is doing right now is hypocritical. It's rather rich of the BJP to be saying that. And since you did not allow me to make that point in my opening statement, please allow me to make it now. It is the BJP and the Prime Minister himself who said of Sonia Gandhi, Jersey cow, of Shashi Tharoor's deceased wife, 50 crore ki girlfriend. Ramesh Biduri said katua to a sitting member of parliament on the floor of parliament.
Right.
Nishikant Dubey in a public tweet called a sitting member of parliament a lady parliamentarian.
Exactly what Suhail advised against.
The Chief Minister of Uttar
Aren't you doing exactly what Suhail advised against? You're once again competing once again. You know, all it takes is for the leaders, the so-called high command of the party to say that we will not practice this culture, and if it has happened, then we apologize. This is not what we stand for. But that never happens. That does not happen.
Without interrupting you, let me tell you, if any political party's leader, keep quiet for a minute, if any political party's leader apologizes, that party will be seen in great light.
Absolutely.
And also clever strategy, which they should use.
Ishkaran Bhandari.
Swati, the larger question is there a red line in politics beyond which the communication will not fall? Unfortunately, appears there is no such red line existing, and unless it's drawn, you will have what you have happened today. Because I have not seen before this on national television, you have beeped it out, but it appears there were mother and sister abuses being given. I think even by a standard of laws, it is the lowest we have had, but we have reached here in a long journey. This long journey, there are certain checkered points in this journey, from starting when a person is declared as a prime minister candidate that ये सिर्फ चाय का वितरण कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे, इससे ऊपर इनका intellectual help नहीं है या इससे ऊपर समझ नहीं है, which is a elected chief minister of a big state at that time. So that arrogance, that entitlement, people may call it legacy of a political party, but legacy very often, if it not sustained with performance, becomes entitlement. Entitlement, when it's checked at a democratic process, becomes vitriol, and that frustration leads to further and further abuses of your opponents and institutions. We started with attacking institutions, be it CVC, Election Commission, CBI, ED, etc. Now from institutions, we are going to the worst personal attacks. In common society also, if you abuse somebody's mother, that very often leads to violence. We have had murder cases in courts. There's somebody abused like this and it has led to murder. So we are literally having speeches which are so offensive, and about whom? This is the Prime Minister of India.
Absolutely.
So let's not have false equivalence also. As a matter of law,
important point.
As a matter of law, he is in a unique position. It's a position of one. He has SPG protection. He has protocols. He has the entire state machinery, the union machinery. It is not a position comparable with anybody else. And when you start...
what is there to laugh? What is there to laugh, Advocate Jain? What is so laughable?
No, this is the whole problem.
No, one second, Ravi Srivastava, what Ishkaran and what Suhail said, both have said. One second. The bottom line here is, Ravi Srivastava, you may or may not like Narendra Modi, but the fact is, the truth is, he is the democratically elected Prime Minister of the country. So, kam se kam pad ki garima to rakhiye, like they say.
Swati, good evening. First of all, abuse.
I need 5 seconds just to complete.
Sir, I have got a few seconds after a long time. Please allow me. I think the abuses are condemnable. There is no doubt about it, whether it is to the Prime Minister's mother or somebody else's mother. That's the point. Here my question is, when a common man, a small worker does something, it is not exemplary. When the Prime Minister himself does it, he is the top man, the so-called protocol, the so-called protected, the so-called revered position, the Prime Minister does it, then the public will definitely follow the rule. Because this is set by him only. The example is set by him only. Then some Vijay Darade will do it. They say कि ये आतंकियों की बहन है, army colonel को he can abuse, and nobody touches him. गोली मारो सालों को, a minister does it, person does it, and he's promoted as a minister.
You know, like I said, Pradeep Bhandari will also come up with a list. Now, Pradeep Bhandari will also come up with a list. He will also tell you the controversial statements, unacceptable, objectionable statements that have been made by leaders of the Congress or part of the alliance. But Pradeep, do respond. Go ahead.
Swati, I again ask. Rahul Gandhi tried to provoke violence against the Honorable Prime Minister when he said that you are Pradhan Mantri ko dande se marenge. After that, the Prime Minister came back with a sweeping mandate. The hatred for the Honorable Prime Minister, who comes from a poor background, and his mother, who is no longer with us, reflects the mindset of the Gandhi-Vadra family, that they do not believe in the democracy, they believe in Samantwadi's thinking. Recall what they called Draupadi Murmuji, who comes from an ST community, and she reached to the presidentship, highest first ever tribal women president. They called her Rashtrapatni. All of this has a common thread where it has got the backing of the Rahul Gandhi Congress-led faction.
Okay.
None of these cases you've seen Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi calling out their workers, because they themselves are the instigator of abuse, and it's the Honorable Prime Minister. Leave apart the Honorable Prime Minister. Will you, Swati, I ask you as a common Indian, will you accept that a common Indian whose mother is not with us is being abused on mother slangs and sister slang? Is this Indian culture? Is this Bharatiya culture? No, this is not Bharatiya culture. This is why we again question that Rahul Gandhi does not believe in the integrity and unity of India and the Indian culture, because no political opponent in this country who historically would have said that. Jawaharlal Nehru historically in 1959 said Indians are lazy. Indira Gandhi abused the Indians because they defeated her, and today Rahul Gandhi is abusing a poor woman's son who's become the Prime Minister because of the support of the people of the country. This is exactly their problem.
What Bhandari ji is talking about, Rahul Gandhi, is totally nullified, primarily because he just have to bring some incident in front of what has happening right from 11 years. No, taking the name of Rahul Gandhi will not justify you what you have done to the Indian society in last 11 years. You have spread hatred after hatred, and the hatred, the genesis of the hatred lies in the Nagpur. And we
quick counters. You've not answered my question. Quick counters. Ishkaran Bhandari, then Nikhil Jain.
See, that is the problem. Instead of admitting the problem, apologizing and ensuring doesn't happen again, you start doing whataboutery. 11 years, they won elections. Is that a problem? What is the hatred if you cannot win elections? If somebody wins election, he will of course govern the country. He will govern the country as per his ideology, which he has declared and taken to the people. So what is this new concept of you generated hatred, so we will abuse your mother and your sister?
And bada dil dikhao, Advocate Jain, set a precedent. Bada dil dikhao, set a precedent. We will not tolerate this. None of our leaders are going to be allowed to speak this language, which Rahul Gandhi, by the way, did say initially when he went and hugged Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and then he himself forgot. He himself then forgot that path of mohabbat.
Swati, can I please respond now?
Yes.
Can I please respond now?
Yes,
can I please respond now? Every opposition panelist on your show has condemned these words. Every opposition panelist on your show has condemned these words. But have you, the anchor, or any of the BJP-leaning panelists, condemned the fact that the Prime Minister said 50 crore ki girlfriend? That Yogi Adityanath said 100 Musalman ladkiyon ka balatkar hoga. Yogi, he did not say it. The crowd chanted it while he was on the stage. Will you condemn it? Will you condemn it? Will you condemn the Prime Minister?
When did you hear any of the anchors or any of the panel members say, हाँ बहुत सही बोला है, यही कल्चर सही है, इसी को फॉलो कीजिए? आपसे निखिल, आपसे जो सवाल पूछा है, you do not want to answer that. You're prepared to jump from point A to B to C because you don't have answers. Like I said, बड़ा दिल रखिए. You set a precedent. You say this will not be tolerated. We condemn this culture, but that does not happen. And that's why it looks like an endorsement. If you do not want it to look like a sanction and endorsement, then the leaders need to come out and give a shut up call to such people. That unfortunately does not happen. Gentlemen, thank you very much. That's all the time of the debate.